food for thought. Go for your dreams. Go for your wildest thoughts. Because what if? What if you started something small and it became something big? What if you put yourself out there and the unbelievable happened? Doing something new, doing something different is terrifying. You might have this brilliant idea, this once in a million, once in a lifetime thought of an idea to do something new, but it's something completely outside of your wheelhouse. If you are in the right situation, if you have the circumstances to, and if your situation allows you, do it. I don't know what you're dealing with. I don't know if this applies to you. But if it does, I want you to take a deep breath and do it with me, because you and I have millions of thousands of dreams. We want to be so many different people and so many different things than what we are currently. But those are dreams that we must hold on to. And this is cheesy, but I believe the stars will align and one day we will be able to even go for those dreams, even try for them. But we have to be where we are right now, which is kind of sobering. When your head is in the clouds and you want to become something bigger than you ever could imagine, but then you are at times defined by your situation, when you are responsible for the things that are currently in front of you. It is daunting, it is heavy in its life. But we kind of have to keep those dreams alive. We kind of have to keep wanting to dream bigger than we ever could have thought. Because what if? Maybe, yet, it's been done. Those are I think my two favorite words are yet and maybe. Because the word yet kind of gives the notation of what is yet to come. Not yet, but it will. Because you're leaving yourself open and wide open for your dreams to come true. And then maybe, as in what if? Maybe I'll be able to buy that Lambo. Maybe I'll be able to live in that house. Maybe I'll not have to live paycheck to paycheck. Maybe I'll have food next week. Whatever your maybe is, whatever your yet is, it could be the biggest thing in the world or your next necessity. You have that dream, and all you have to do is reverse engineer it. Because when we have dreams and when we have certain things in mind and that are close to our heart, I believe God put them in your heart for a reason. And if you don't believe in God, if you don't believe anything, if you're not religious, cool. You can still think there is a reason why I have this thought. Because there is. You are one in a million person. One, and I don't even know the population of the earth anymore, but I think it's like 9.6 billion people, and you are 1 in 9.6 billion of the percent of being you. And no one else has the same dreams as you, because no one has the same background as you. You could have a twin and they could have gone the exact same thing in the exact same route, but they are not you. Even though you guys might be super duper similar, very much identical, he or she is not you. And I watched this YouTube video, and maybe I'll link it if I remember and if I can find it. But this person was talking about how ideas come and practicing ideas and remembering and trying to figure out something that's what they're looking for, okay? So all of us have had this happen, okay? You want to remember something. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember this person's name. And that is the stage of clenching. You're trying to figure out, you're trying to grit through it, you're trying to figure it out. And I'm trying to remember this person's name that I met yesterday at the cafe, yada, yada, yada. And then you're like, oh, fine, I'll let it go. And that is when you unclench yourself and you relax. And then all of a sudden the name comes to you because you're not focusing on that. But the thing is, you have to clench and then relax to be able to remember that person's name. And that is the cycle of ideas and figuring things out and having inspiration and dreaming big. Because you and I have big dreams. You and I want things that are better for the future. We want to give to other people, to give something better than what we had. Because we have tools that we can give other people so that their lives are better and that they can achieve the unthinkable as well. Because as we learn and as we begin to figure out our dreams, to figure out what we want to do, the mental set-in of fear is normal. The mental idea of not knowing what to do is so valid. But you and I have to work through that to get to that goal in mind that is close to our heart, that is our ambition and our idea. Because it's gonna be that hot rock in our pocket. And unless we take it out and throw it and see how far it goes, that hot rock is gonna be in our pocket and it could burn us. And we wanna take it and throw it as far as we can and see how far it can land and the amount of ripples it can have and the amount of people that can see that rock go miles long. Because that little hot rock in our pocket is that dream within inside of us. And we have to have the courage to maybe get burned taking that pocket or taking that rock out of our pocket and throwing it. Maybe it leaves a burn, maybe it's just warm, maybe it's just hot and we can handle it and we can just throw it and see how far it goes. Because you do not know how far that will go if you do not stick and try and hold on to your dreams and then execute at the right time. And the right time might not feel like the right time, but the right time is always in the present. Going back to like one of my favorite quotes, the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The next is today. Food for thought.